So hello on YouTube, and well, we again had a small issue with Discord, but I hope this is fixed. And share my screen, and I think you should be also able to see me on Discord. Maybe give me small feedback. Okay, good. Now everything is fine. So hello, welcome to our weekly order flow trading with Robert Rosa. Who doesn't know me yet? I started trading at the age of 13. That was around 1995. At the age of 17, I set up my first investment company with two partners in Frankfurt, Germany, and they actually taught me the investment business, hedge funds, private equity, and everything else. Then I sold my shares in that company and I moved in 2004 to China. In China, I set up my second investment company with a Chinese partner together, and at the peak, I had over $100 million under management and a team of 30 traders and analysts below me who were actually managing our funds. Unfortunately, if you are very successful in China, and I was in certain areas quite good, you get problems with the government. And in May 2011, I got arrested for outsmarting the Chinese finance system. And I spent the next 7 years and 7 months in a Chinese prison in Dongguan. I was released in December 2018. And well, the first thing that I did was writing a book. It became a best-selling book in Germany. Unfortunately, it's not translated yet to English, but maybe soon we are working on solving this problem. Right now, I'm running two communities for day trading communities, one in German language and one in English, and we are specialized right now on the topic of prop firm trading. And well, these are some certificates from Apex that our community members achieved during the last 1 or 2 days, or 1 or 2 weeks. We are quite new for the English community, but that is very successful. Well, I also offer a money back guarantee if you're getting funded, or if you're not getting funded and you're following my trading blueprint. Well, I take responsibility, but of course you must also do your job well. You can find more information on lit.robertrosa.com. Now, most importantly, the risk disclosure. All Bookmap limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. So that is the most important part. And now let's have a look at the markets. And first of all, SDAT, howdy, how are you today? And well, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them here on YouTube and of course also in Discord. Let me check who's already there. I always have to find my room. And my mouse, I ordered a new mouse for my computer, but it didn't arrive yet since I'm living on an island, and it's always getting delayed and problems with the deliveries. So sometimes the mouse is just messing up a little bit and doesn't do what I try to tell her to do. This is why I'm looking now for the right chat. Anyway, let's start. Most importantly, today, actually for the pre-session, if we look at it, there is a very nice website called Trading Economics, and we had economical news at around half an hour ago. The what we had, well, let me filter it. 2 stars. We had initial jobless claims, for example, and well, at 4 p.m. We have a new, in 1 hour we have the new home sales, also important for trading, so you should not be invested during that time, or at least be careful and be prepared for this. And at 2:30, actually, we did not have any huge surprises in trading, so it did not matter much. Now let's have a view at the ES right now. Are there any surprises yet? We can look and have a look. Actually, we are trading a lot of pre-session trading right now because the volatility is quite low, and you can have a lot of small profitable trades, and this is actually also how we are getting funded quickly to use this sort of strategy. But let's have a look at the big picture. And if you didn't do it yet, you can also hit the like button here on YouTube. So what can we see here? This is basically the 1 minute chart in the ES, and this is a pre-session trading. And as you know, I'm a big fan of VWAPs, anchored VWAPs, and session VWAPs, day VWAPs, event VWAPs, and how you basically call them. And what we can see here, this yellow line is the VWAP from the beginning of the trading session. It's in Europe, it's exactly midnight. It's basically after the markets are closed for 1 hour. It's like 11 p.m. to midnight Central European time. And I think 4 to 5 p.m. Central time, if I'm not mistaken. So we can see how nicely actually the market went up. At the pre-session, we had the gap close, the market went up, made the retest on the VWAP, and then the nice up move came. That was actually during the night. And when, as I woke up, I saw we actually created this high. So I simply added an anchored VWAP here. And you can see how nicely the market was simply trailing down and always touching the VWAP. So you can easily jump on this trade by trading this VWAP pullbacks. And then, of course, where did the market has to go? Back to the day VWAP. And as the market made this pullback, you can do to add another anchor VWAP. And the next target is, of course, this VWAP, pullback to this VWAP, and the market nicely is moving upwards. Another retest here. Now we're actually exactly at this VWAP and see what is going to happen here. This is the short overview. At the top here, we can also add a VWAP here. So to actually follow up this trend. The big support zone is here, the day VWAP, and when the market opens in around 20 minutes, we will add another VWAP. Have a little bit bigger picture. We had the Nvidia earnings yesterday after market closing, and the Nvidia earnings were, well, very good, yeah, and there were positive surprises. So this basically really moved the market up today to new all-time highs. And what we can see here again, actually during trading, the end of yesterday's trading session, we saw a huge volatility. The market went up to 5,345 and down to 5,312. So huge volatility, which comes or arrives from the earnings. And now we have this rotation here on the bigger picture, 15-minute chart. So what we could expect is that we almost closed this gap here, or we didn't close it yet. What I want to say is, if the market goes back to this zone here, then it could look like this to 5,350, and we may continue the bull run, yeah, so to say. So the market sentiment is very bullish, new all-time highs, and normally game plan is to buy pullbacks because the market is very strong. Also, if we look at the volatility index at 11.6, it's really, really, really low. I don't know. I really cannot remember when the VIX was below 12. It's a long time ago. So now let's go back to Bookmap and see if we see any surprises. We have liquidity at 5,373. This is basically here at the standard deviation. Interesting. Actually, right now, exactly at the standard deviation. Yeah, okay, we have, yeah. That makes sense that we have liquidity here. And now we can already see we have small pullbacks here on this level. It's the VWAP level. Come to your questions shortly. Okay. Now selling pressure basically is coming here to in this area. We can see it before market opening. What I basically do is simply at the high that we created here, you enter an anchored VWAP, and now we can see how far we are going to trail. I don't have it, unfortunately I don't have it here in this chart because I had to restart Bookmap, but we could see in the pre-session we had huge iceberg orders all the way up to here. Sometimes 3,000 or 4,000 contracts of size for the iceberg orders, and these were all sell limit orders. That's very unusual, and the market was still rising. But now basically we can conclude that the market will go back to this, back to this level where the iceberg orders actually were detected, and this was all around here. There was no reason that the market simply had this strong buying pressure. And now the news came out, no more power, and the market basically goes back into the main distribution. This is what we are seeing right now. We can see liquidity is coming in at 5,357. This should basically be the goal at the moment. Hugo, which values do you mean exactly? Exactly, if you mean the VWAP, there is nothing to configure. The VWAP is volume averaged weighted price. It's a benchmark or calculation of price and volume, and there is nothing to configure. You just choose a starting point. The starting point can be either at the beginning of the trading day, beginning of the regular trading hours, or at high and lows, or at events, special events like news. And there is no fixed rule what is right or wrong. For me, basically why I like the VWAP is because many algorithms are based on VWAP calculations, and I know if the market goes to the VWAP or around VWAP, we can see a reaction of algorithmic trading, and this is basically my my niche. Can we look at Snow? You mean the stock? Yeah, I should have this. I can try to get it. You mean Snowflake Incorporated? Let's see, no MBO data. And one thing I forgot, I did not enter yet. Very important every day to check the Markets, the settlement price from yesterday is at 5,328. $328 was really 28. 328, yeah. Settings, settlement. Basically, I'm writing here 23rd of May, but it's actually the settlement price from the previous day, from the 22nd. This is not correct, but for me, it's simply, I know that I entered the settlement price today. So simple information for me. And the settlement price always is a good support and resistance zone. Maybe we still go there and create now a gap close. Yeah, this is one of my favorite trading strategies, waiting now that the market simply goes back to the opening price, or we don't have the open yet, but the settlement price, and we start from new. Hey Robert, are the algos going market in the market or also with limits? I think with market orders, not this question I built up in my dreams last night. If you want to move a market, yeah, and if you want to get aggressively in, then you must basically buy the ask or sell the bid, sell to the bid, that you become an aggressive trader. If you simply have a limit order here, then most likely the market will not move. So if they want to go limit in, they will place their orders like here, for example, yeah, they're already in the book. But if they come to the VWAP, many times you will not see actually liquidity, but you will see the pullback. And this means basically they go market in. Is it possible to get the SVP right hand side in Bookmap on TOS? Don't see the settings for it. TOS, which version is this? I don't know. Well, Snowflake. Well, actually, the market is not open yet. You know, it's pre-market. It's a stock. So we have liquidity at $200, but still have to wait to get more information about this stock. Ah, sink or swim. Yeah, well, sink or swim is for American customers or American citizens. As a foreigner, basically, we cannot open a sink or swim account. So I know it's should be a very good broker with a very great software. I just saw it, but we are unable to open actually an account with them. So let me know if you have any questions that you would like to get answered. Otherwise, we are waiting now for the market opening. Price is going back into this distribution range. Let us see. Back to VWAP, here this area. If we add a volume profile maybe here. Yeah, this area around 5,355, and there were a lot of iceberg orders in this zone. We can see the market simply went up like on this straight line Now, on the same way, there is a sell-off. There was no surprise in the news. So basically no reason why the market should actually go to this new all-time highs. Most people in this room can't afford what you're using. Enoch, Crystallian. Well, then simply start to make money on trading, yeah. Or start with prop firm. This is where we are specialized in, and basically within 1 month you can make your, I wouldn't say easily, but 2-3 grand. Yeah, this is definitely no illusion. Most of our community members getting funded in 2 or 3 days, and then you need another 10 days, for example, to get a payout. Yeah, and then you have like 2 or 3 grand. Then you can pay for software, you can pay for infrastructure, you can pay for education and news, which I'm also doing by myself. I'm buying a lot of online videos, books, courses, everything that I can get in my hands, because I simply want to learn. Trading is a constant process of self-development, and also getting to know technologies, getting new ideas, and then try how to implement them and use them. Yeah. How I look at an entry in Bookmap. Well, basically, if I want to find entry zones, most importantly is the big analysis, yeah, the big picture. I want to see where are we right now. This is now the 1-minute chart of the pre-session, but also larger time frame, 15-minute. So I know that we have this rotation, actually this absorption zone. We left the zone and we broke out, so to say, and we are now continuous upward trend. So now main idea is find pullbacks and try to buy the pullbacks, yeah, to actually believe or estimate that this trend will continue. And then you define your support and resistance zones. And if I have these zones here, for me, then I am defining these levels in Bookmap and I try to compare them. Where is liquidity to get confirmations? And then I'm placing my anchored VWAPs to get an idea of where I could find an entry point. For example, this was a low. So I add the anchored VWAP here and I'm waiting until we get a retest of that VWAP. And then normally this is a confirmation. Either the market will continue going up or it will break through the VWAP. And with a tight stop, you know very quickly if you're right or wrong. So you can use very tiny stops to actually catch larger moves. And then this will continue until the VWAPs are not valid anymore, like in this case. But I already added a new anchored VWAP at the high, and this one is basically trailing down. And if the market goes into this level here, like 5363, then I would consider a short, because I would assume that the downtrend will continue. Black beauty machine. If most traders learn to sit on their hands 50% of the time, they would make a lot of money. Definitely black beauty machine. That is, it's not about how to make money in the markets. It's simply to know when not to trade. And do not fall into over trading traps and other traps which will actually ruin your performance. Most of the traders, or I would actually say like 99%, they mistaken these trading like a slot machine, yeah, Bookmap with these nice colors. Maybe they think the slot machine, you put in your coins like in Las Vegas and you get rich, and as more you put in, as more you trade, as more money you make. Exactly, that is wrong. There's a simple rule: as less you trade, as more you make. Yeah, that's my experience. Make 1 or 2 trades, choose them wisely, be patient, don't be greedy, and you will be profitable. And don't try to think that you can become a millionaire and buy your Ferrari after 2 months of trading. Yeah. Then you basically, if this happens, most likely you will also lose your money as fast as you got it. Software data for all serious trader costs anywhere from 70 to 250 per month on average in my experience. Not a big deal. Business tools. Exactly, Brian Gardner. I'm absolutely with you. Actually, it's very cheap. Trading is a business, and if you can actually get an infrastructure for $200 per month, it's the cheapest business environment that you can actually have. So from this point of view, trading business is nowadays, I would say, one of the cheapest businesses to get in to start with. I mean, you don't need an office, you can trade from home. All these things, yeah. Well, you have to invest a little bit in a good computer, but this is also not that expensive anymore. And then you start with prop firm accounts like Apex or Top Step Trader, and you have a trading environment and you can start to become profitable and make money. Yeah, a like button. Hit the like button. That would be, of course, very nice. 60 people and 23 likes. We can hit a little bit more, get a little bit more. Also, the more prices move away from the NQS earnings gap from yesterday, the more it's likely to squeeze higher. That gap represents pain of orders needed to be adjusted. Yeah, it's exactly like this. And well, now we are going back a little bit from this crazy move. During the pre-session, so many iceberg orders, sell limit iceberg orders. That was crazy. Did we have an iceberg order at 5359 right now? Yeah, 5359, there was an iceberg order. We can see it because basically it was here. Executed 123. Detected here at 59.25, detected and executed here. This is an amazing function. And if you look to the Bookmap insights, yesterday I gave a nice example of a market sweep with iceberg orders. It's a short video regarding this. Where I can also show it here. Show you the link. Yeah, that was a very nice example from yesterday. If you look here on the insights, look at this video. I explain actually how the market sweep worked with an iceberg order, a stop run, and then how actually the market moved back to its sweeping level or breakout level. And now we're really going back all that way. From here down to back to sender. Now we are going closer to the point of control. I think in this area we should stop a little bit. Because here I saw so many orders and also the point of control is here. Now it can become a little bit choppy. And of course now is the market opening. And let's see what's going to happen here. Now I am adding my favorite VWAP. Now this is a session VWAP starting with the official trading hours. And remember, 5328 is the settlement price. That would be a gap close. Now the market is going down, 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 down. First support line here at 48 or 45, the settlement price. And at 45, we're also getting a little bit liquidity. Rui Vega. Hi, Robert. Quick question. What is your criteria to use or not use a VWAP line? Already touched, just a pullback on a trend. That depends on the situation. Do we have confluences with liquidity or with other support and resistance zones that I define on the long-term chart? And sometimes I just simply place my order at the VWAP or the standard deviation and try to get a trade, because for me there's basically the market is turning at that point or not. Yeah. For example, now we see the market is going down, 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 big selling pressure. And if the market starts to make a correction back to this VWAP level, could be a potential short trade. Yeah. Or sometimes even the standard deviations working very well for trades as well. If we're really not going back, you can see here the market went basically going from one standard deviation to the next one. And now trying here again to take this iceberg order at 75.50. And also one important thing is you really have to sometimes get a feeling for the VWAPs. There are days or trading days when the market reacts really smoothly on the VWAPs, and other days there are sort of choppy, and sometimes we need a larger stop loss to actually get a good trade and to, well, sort of experience and feeling when to use it and when to not. But normally, as more confluences you have with other things like price structure, liquidity, iceberg orders, as better your decision making becomes. I wish I could watch a video that explains every single setting in Bookmap instead of how to trade. Well, simply go to, it's already existing, yeah. Here, check out Bookmap knowledge base. You get all the information that you have, all the functionalities, yeah. Work your way through this knowledge base, and you know how to use Bookmap, yeah. It's quite simple. There's no rocket science. It's a very easy, good way to explain it easily, yeah. It's there. Now we can also have a short look at Snow. What we can see here, Snow has a little bit selling pressure, yeah, from 170 or 169 down to 159. Doesn't look that good right now. They want to sell Snow. Are you seeing support and resistance with Bookmap, Roman? Yeah, definitely we can see support and resistance zones, but always, we do not have this historical data in Bookmap, so always take a longer time frame with you, yeah. And now we can see very nice pullback at the settlement price. I just told you before where is support at the settlement price. We actually hit the settlement price and then we made a move up. And these are very small moves that you can use for your trading. But do your homework. And then you know where support and resistance lines are. And we could see in Bookmap at 45, we had support, we have liquidity here, we just touched it and the market made this up move. And now we're going again to test this liquidity zone. And then you bring the two things together, your chart analysis, settlement prices, confirmation with Bookmap, and then you actually can know exactly where is the support and the resistance that you can trade. Now we can see the liquidity was simply absorbed. Now we have to see what's going to happen. Now we can assume to just place a buy limit order here at this time might be risky. You can trade this. So risky trades, but now if we see that the market will go up, yeah, we do not run behind the market, we simply wait. But right now there's still too much selling pressure, so there's nothing, there's no reversal or so in play at the moment. If the market is going to make some new highs right now to this direction, I would enter an anchored VWAP here and see if we can actually trade to retest. You can hit the like button again for everyone who's new. So we still don't see any turnaround here. We're just the support zone around 45. This was a high volume node, the red lines, also support zones. Now let's see what the market is going to do. Maybe we create a rejection wick here, or the market simply wants to continue actually to the breakout level here, 5,340. We can see liquidity coming here to the VWAP. Still no strength. So who's trading with his own capital or with prop firm capital, or who's trying to pass prop firm challenges? Maybe I would be interested to know. And again, the selling pressure not over yet. Prop firm, super drive guy. Which one are you using? David, do you pay attention to the time and sales? No, I do not pay attention to time and sales. Basically, the bubbles are already sort of time and sales. Yeah, I can see the transactions here. Yeah, Sebastian, one more day, then it's payday, yeah? We'll still have to wait a couple of days until they can get the payout. But, so don't screw it up tomorrow, yeah? Trade day, Apex, yeah. Well, Roman, for me also the same, both. And but right now I'm really shifting to prop firms. It's a better risk to reward ratio. Well, I don't have to risk my own money just to take it out. And you can try a lot of new strategies without risking your capital. Now the big picture still here. The next support is at 39. Point of control around 45. Why your successful trade? Why not trade your own money instead of prop? David, you can do both, but why do I need to risk my own money when I can get paid by actually trading prop accounts? If you have a bad day, fuck up day, so to say, and you get a margin call, it's a lot more expensive than to crash your prop firm account. In the end, you only use the challenge fee and activation fee. It's like maybe $150 or something like this. And after the first payout, maybe you already get 2 or 3K out of it. So your risk is definitely lower. But it also depends on your trading strategy. I mean, prop firms are only suitable if you're day trader. If you're a swing trader or keep your positions a little bit longer, of course, then they are not useful. Especially what I like, I can experimentate with different strategies. Sometimes I can trade a little bit aggressive, more aggressive than with my own money, because then I'm trading very careful, very cautious. But with prop firm accounts, you can go all in sometimes. What account do you trade at Apex, full or static? Right now, 50K full. This has the best reward to risk ratio at the moment. Static is also fine. I can, who doesn't understand the trailing threshold functionality, for them, I definitely recommend static accounts. Oh, and the next set of, what's going on? At 4 p.m. or in around 15 minutes, we have news again. Nice market sweep here again. Stop run. Phew. Now we should go back to the breakout price. In this case, somebody just hit the sell sell market button, and boy, a lot went through. Now we can see we have still iceberg order here. A new iceberg order is coming, so some people really want to buy. And what is the difference between static and trailing threshold? Static drawdown is you have a fixed drawdown, and if you have an open P&L, let's say you are in a trade and you make profit, but it's only on paper, not realized, then your stop loss will not be changed. It will be fixed, static. But if you have a trading threshold and you have an open PL of $1,000, your trading threshold will already moved up $1,000. So you must completely rethink your trading activities. You can actually not have trades with a big open P&L. You have to realize your results quickly. Hugo, in my opinion, you can't day trade with most prop firms. You have to scalp, especially with trailing drawdown and consistency rules. Definitely, Hugo, that is the point. Yeah, totally agree with you. You must completely rethink your trading and money management. Not necessarily your entry points and exit points, but your risk and money management. With common trading knowledge, you have to have a short stop loss and reward to risk ratio of 2 to 1 per trade and so on. This is very difficult to actually get funded. But if you simply make your strategy upside down, you will be surprised. I just can show you here from our community one certificate after the other one, yeah, and not only one. Apex 3 times, second Apex funded, Apex account funded, Apex funded 90% of funded after 2 days with Robert strategy, $2,000 payout, my first certificate. So there is a lot of going on. This is just 11 hours ago, 2 days ago. Every day members are actually getting funded in our community. Well, really selling pressure, but news at 4 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. Global service PMI flash at 9:45 Eastern time. Yeah. Also news at 45 is correct. And at 4 p.m. the big news are coming. Then let's see what's going to happen in 10 minutes. Yeah. New home sales. Again, where did the market go? To our VWAP section, and the market finds support here. And almost get close, yeah? This is some of the nicest trades, yeah? And still no. Huh. Gap close in 4 points, yeah. Then the settlement price from today, 28. This would be the nice reversal. So 28 we keep in mind. 30. But there's no liquidity, there's nothing at 28. $29, okay, now we can see liquidity is coming in. 29, this is yeah actually gap close level, but also immediately sold. Crazy. Just watch and smile, enjoy, you know. Nice sell-off. Also for me personally, there's nothing to trade right now. I'm simply wait and see. How do you deal with volatile moment like this? I see that you are not even looking for trades moment like this and jumping around, except today and paying attention to how you come, how you're thinking. Well, definitely, I'm just enjoying, you know, for me, there's nothing to trade here right now. It would be basically too risky. So I'm just being a bystander, observing the market and looking for some sort of maybe reversal situation. First of all, we have to wait for the news in 2 minutes, yeah, or in 7 minutes to get a better understanding of the situation. And then, if I may think that we have a bottom here, I would simply add an anchored VWAP to maybe trade a reversal. But right now, there is simply the market has this big selling pressure, yeah. Will continue, and I really don't know where the bottom is. Maybe below here at 5,300. Market went back to this, to our rotation, this zone. Probably the next true resistance is simply 5,310. Then this was a nice fake breakout. That will be a big initial balance today, yes. So if we have this big initial balance, most likely we will have the end of the day. Can you tell me how to deal with moments like this, David? Just don't trade. The best thing is if you're not feeling comfortable. Wow, 1,000 lots coming in again. If you're not feeling comfortable, turn off the computer, take a walk, do something else, and don't get yourself concerned with it. You do not have to trade every day. Yeah. Easiest way is go away from the trading desk to simply distract the temptation. Oh, there is no end here. Welcome, David. Always remember, if you don't trade, you cannot lose. So if you still have any questions, you can ask them now. Otherwise, still a lot of liquidity coming here, 28. Yeah, maybe we can get sort of. Let's wait what the news are doing in 3 minutes, yeah. Speculation doesn't make sense right now. Now we basically should see that the liquidity is pulling out of the market very soon, but still a lot of liquidity is to be seen. So 1 minute left. Oh, still an iceberg order coming in. Okay, was executed 178. Unusual that so many iceberg orders are coming in at this time right now. Just a couple seconds before. These are buy limit iceberg orders that we can see here right now. And now we should see something. Any surprises? So we can see buy limit, buy limit, buy limit, iceberg order. Not. DB, what's your reasoning for not joining the bearish move down? Well, I don't know where to enter, yeah. And once the market is moving so strong in one direction, basically it's not my sort of trading. I'm more looking for reverse setups than my risk to reward ratio is lower for me. This is my style, my trading style, yeah. And most of the time we have to say markets basically do not trend like this. This is the exception. Now we can see here, we can basically add anchored VWAP here at the lows to see. Now we have a trend reversal. And this would be my, you could see also here from that low, this VWAP was respected. So here, now a third one should come. Now these three VWAPs basically would be interesting points for me to speculate on a trend reversal, at least up to this level of 5,340. We can see the VWAP now would be an interesting first attempt to enter a trade. See if we can see a pullback scenario here. But if the market also goes through this VWAP, then still there is no hope. The market doesn't want to turn. Anyway, then, well, today is also the last day for our founding membership. Yeah, for this community, if you want to get funded as quick as possible, you still can join it today. Tomorrow we will increase the price, and then you can actually learn how to get funded as quick as possible and how to trade with VWAP, standard deviations. With your trading accounts, we have a huge video library of live tradings, where we go very deep into the market understanding and what strategy you can use to get funded. So now also after this call, we are going to actually have our call with our community members in this community to continue watching the markets. Yeah. So then I would say we see each other either after this call in our community or next week, same time, same place for English live stream on the Bookmap channel. And be careful with trading, and it looks like really this support did not hold. The downtrend is not over yet. So see you next week. Bye.